We are back with another video, and this one is on the newest update that just hit the game. In the town of Battleon, if you come over here and talk to Mix, you are going to find Zorbak's Raveyard. I have not yet checked this out, so let's do it together. First thing I see is beams being shot up into the sky and fireworks going off, so I'm already interested. No idea who we are supposed to talk to here. Oh, there we go. Zorbak, obviously. Let's go talk to him and see what's going on. Looks like we got some new crafts and a quest thing. We got a hilt, 500 rave stones for that. We have a scythe. Whoa, that is pretty cool. And a bat wing scythe blade. Whoa, the bats come out of it. And it's purple. That is really cool. So you will be needing the Raveyard hilt, which you can get right here. You need to get rave stones. You also need 200 rave stones for that, 200 for that. For this you need draft pumpkin and you need tree J bat wing. In here you can just grab the stuff you need if you have the dragon crystals to do it, or you've got a daily right here. Also you've got this one right here, which is repeatable, giving you the rave stones. Is that the only way to get rave stones, is by repeating 50 of those? That is gonna take freaking forever. At least you can get 200 rave stones a day just by doing the daily, and you need to kill the tree J pines and the draft pumpkin, which I'm assuming our boss is going to be grabbing that, and I'm also going to grab that as well. There are a ton of these guys available to kill, so no problem there. Look at this though. I love how the skeletons are all dancing. The second you get close to them though, they stop dancing, they start fighting. That is just hilarious. So I completed the repeatable quest, so I'm going to turn that in, grab my 500, I wish, 5, and I'm going to track the daily so I know where the boss spawns. So you have one boss which apparently spawns, or had spawned, right around here, and he's apparently not there. So obviously these guys are on a timer, just like the other bosses in the other area, most likely on a 5, 10, or 15. Hopefully it is not a half hour, but we're gonna have to wait and see. Wait a minute, there I am in a tree. Okay, so we've got the big giant pumpkin boss here. The daft pumpkin, which obviously is going to be dropping something. Now I did check on the Federation, and Loon told me that the spawn time is 15 minutes between bosses. And this is why I always check the AE Federation when there is a update, because there's always good information from people there that are helpful and like to give information. And there we go. We got one daft pumpkin. That is not very much. And now we get another 15-minute wait, which is not something I really enjoy doing. I don't actually farm for most things like this because I just don't have time. So I've gotten 1 out of 10. Now if he only drops 1 every time you kill him, it is going to take 10 times before you're going to actually get it. Now this update is meant to be a filler until the next update, which is next week. To beat this daily is going to take at least half an hour, because if there's a 15-minute spawn between the bosses, and if the bosses are random, it could take even longer than that, and you'd be getting the 200 from there. I don't understand why there needs to be 15 minutes between the spawns. To me, that just seems way too long. There are far too many bosses already in the world that have massive wait times, and I don't understand why it needs to be that way. I think the bosses should spawn a lot quicker, but just have lower drops, so at least you're fighting something. You're not just literally sitting there doing nothing, because that is all people are going to be doing. Now if you just want to buy your way to one of those swords, to get 20 of the Ravestone is going to cost you 40 dragon crystals. keeping in mind you need 700 of these to craft one sword. So doing the math, just to get one of these weapons is going to cost you almost 2,000 dragon crystals just to get one. But good luck farming for these because you're going to need it. I'm probably not going to, maybe I might farm for it here and there, but I'm not going to be pushing to get it because I don't have that kind of time to sit around and wait for bosses to spawn. So very likely I will not be getting these swords, but we'll have to see. Now, as I was standing around ranting about this, the other boss spawned, so this is what it looks like. Now, it only dropped one thing, just like the previous boss. Perhaps it's a random drop, maybe it gives you two, but chances are it only gives you one, which means you need to kill these bosses 10 times to get the amount you need. Now, most of you know that I play without the sound on, and this is because it's easier when I'm recording and stuff that I don't have to worry about the sound being in the background. But when you are in this area, I suggest turning the sound on because the music in this place is awesome. Now, going back to the spawn rates for a minute, this is becoming an epidemic. This is not something that is going to stop anytime soon. Not all of the bosses, but right now, 80% of the bosses in the game have long spawn rates. Some of the bosses have 30 minutes before they spawn. Others have 15, and there's some in Mistcroft Town that have 13. The daily boss battles alone have a rather long spawn rate, somewhere around 5 minutes. And this is pretty much how most of the bosses we're going to continue to get are going to have long spawn rates. And this is because it just allows more time for you to be in the game and basically stand around doing nothing. And if this is the way you want the game to continue, then that's fine. But I know there's a lot of you out there that don't want the game to continue having the bosses this way. If you are one of those people, head over to Twitter and tweet the developers, tweet Cicero, tweet Dej, tweet Artix, and let them know we do not want bosses with long spawn rates. We want short spawn rates. A perfect example is AQ Worlds. They got the bosses right in that game. Farming bosses for the drops in AQ Worlds is fun. I have never been bored farming bosses in AQ Worlds, but I have been bored out of my mind farming bosses in AQ3D. So what they need to do is they need to adapt the same method they use for the bosses in AQ Worlds. They need to just move this same idea into AQ3D. And this is going to fix the problem. Long spawn rates, less fun. Short spawn rates, more fun. Now I'm going to use this one as an example here. Killing one of the bosses in AQ Worlds, and it drops all this stuff right here, which I don't need any of that. Now watch the spawn. So we're just sitting here waiting. It's back already. Kill this boss. Waiting a couple seconds, and bam, the boss is back. Now I'll go to another location, Darkovia. I'll go to the boss here, and here's the boss here. Bam, took him down. And let's watch what the spawn. I haven't played this game in so long. Bam, look how fast the spawn rate was. Gonna go to another location, Chara Valley, and we got a boss here. Gonna go take on this boss, and bam, there we go. Drop the boss, and let's see how long he takes to spawn. Might as well. And the boss is back already. Just like that. One of my favorite things to do in AQ Worlds was to fight the bosses. They always dropped cool things, and they were fun to fight. Now, I really respect the devs for what they do in this game, and I think it's amazing the stuff that they can do and have done for the community. And in no way am I trying to offend them by posting this in my video. But I love AQ3D and I want it to succeed, and in order for it to overcome the competition, it has to change things like the boss spawn issue. And that is it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. You can turn on the notification bell if you don't want to miss any of my uploads. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.